Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chadtronic, and today we're watching some sort of like Nintendo holiday training demonstration video or something. This was sent to me by Mine McMinn and Superstar Mario. So they are responsible for the piece of entertainment that you are about to enjoy / possibly hate. Let's freaking watch this!
Welcome to Nintendo of America and the Unique Power of Choice Product Demonstration Seminar.
Yeah, and all that. D-U-L-L, boring, man.
Already, this is about as the max you can go, as far as how far you can go to make something as 90s as possible. This is to the max! I hear music, like there's a band playing, but if you actually look, there's not any instruments being played. It's all Nintendo consoles. Are the Nintendo consoles somehow making that rock music? What is that about? What is happening? Okay, let me just, we're just getting into this. I'm gonna quickly recap. I'm just gonna quickly recap. We had two people playing tennis on a bus or something. Some guy's head explodes and twists around. And now we have some sort of reptilian 90s child sticking out their tongue. What the frick is this?
Hey, welcome to the Nintendo team and the 1993 Holiday Demonstration Program. I'm Ben. Nice to meet you. During this holiday season, you and your store will be representing the largest manufacturer of video games in the world. You know, Nintendo. And during this thing here, with me, you'll see why 70 million other game player dudes across the world are Nintendo nutso. It's radical fun, man. You
know, I'm glad you're standing up on that couch, because if you were sitting down, I could not take you seriously. It would make it so boring. I wouldn't pay attention. So thank God you are standing on that couch. You know what? I feel kind of overdressed for this video. I need to dress more appropriately. One second. Wait, I gotta roll up the sleeves. I gotta roll up the sleeves. And there we go.
Anyway, you've got 3 objectives. First, get each customer to buy the Nintendo system or accessories that no normal human could live without. You know, like help them make the right choice.
Help them make the right choice? Because no normal human being can live without a Super Nintendo. That's actually true. That's true. If you don't have a Super Nintendo, you're not normal. What the frick?
Sounds like a lot, huh? Nah. Chill. We got it all worked out.
It's starting to look like the graphic design artist had a little bit too much fun with this video. It's kind of like he just threw up all over the screen and went kind of overboard with the green screen.
We'll help you. I got the action on all the key areas, like how to set up your Mario display and use your brochures, and everything you ever wanted to know about Nintendo's awesome product line.
Would you look at that? Do you see that guy? He transformed into a Walmart employee. That's a complete transformation.
You get to play games with the customers over the next month, and on top of it all, you even get a certificate of achievement, a really awesome piece of paper that tells everyone you represent a Nintendo, so you'll be like the envy of your entire neighborhood.
Did you see how important that certificate of achievement was? You see how important that was? He just freaking tossed it. That's how important that piece of paper is. I want a certificate of achievement from Nintendo. Hook me up, dude.
Cool, huh? Oh, okay. Let's get started. You should have a bunch of stuff that came into the store in a big white box.
Can I just put a little emphasis on that for a second? What is going on in the background right now?
Thanks, Ben. A stand-up Mario standee display demonstration station with a checklist to match up to the contents. 100 of the following brochures for handouts to interested customers.
Is that just like the generic 90s announcer guy? Because I'm pretty sure I've heard that same exact voice during some promotions for things like Nickelodeon.
This is Nickelodeon Studios. Want it? It could be yours if you win the Studio G4-Day Instant Win game.
2 of 4 different buttons to wear on your vest. 3 Nintendo Power Players guides for customer reference to attach to the stand-up Mario demonstration station.
Why are they like chaining those to the display? You think people are gonna really steal those players' guides? What the heck is up with that?
1 vest and hat to wear while working on this job.
Look at that hat! Oh my god! Look at the color scheme on that thing. Does that just not reek 90s?
Ed, you forgot to tell them what they get for free. Bono gifts, dudes.
That's right, man. Our lucky demonstrators will also get to keep 1 Mario thermal travel mug and a Mario paint pen with flashlight keychain.
I actually want that. Can I get that? Is that on eBay or something?
But that's not all. At the end of the program, they also receive the hat, the vest, the Nintendo keychain, the 2 buttons, and the stand-up Magician Mario display. All this courtesy of Nintendo.
You see how that cardboard display says video games ask me? Like, video games are still kind of a new concept that if you wanted to know anything about it, you still had to, like, talk to somebody and have somebody explain to you what it was. That's just weird, dude.
And stuff to hand out, and it will also contain 2 new handouts. A cool Mario Paint handout and gameplay guidelines brochure that is geared more towards parents. It tells about how Nintendo has reduced violence in its games and about the strict standards they have to keep games fun for the family.
What?
Hi, Nintendo, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, you know, it's getting close to Christmas, and I'm getting ready to get a game pack for my children. But I've been watching a lot of news reports on violence in video games, and I'm quite concerned about that. You know, I really want to make a good choice for them. And quite frankly, with all these reported violence and things like that, I'm just about ready to get rid of all my systems.
I understand. Nintendo's actually been concerned about violence in video games for quite some time.
Now, while on the job, feel free to dress cash. But you also gotta be professional. You can wear, like, pants and a nice shirt or blouse for the females. And, you know, shoes and stuff are required by law. You also gotta wear the vest and the hat so everyone can see you and know you're the Nintendo answer dude. Or dudette. Gamer dudes and dudettes and dudette.
Gamer dudes.
Pen in your pocket, some of each of these brochures and tip sheets, and wear both buttons. Cool. You're dressed. Set up.
This is so corny. Look at the people dancing in the background. This is getting pretty entertaining.
Now that is way cool. So don't let anybody tell you Nintendo ain't best. You just show them the comparison chart you got on the back of that blue dilapidated and laminated sheet.
Don't ever let anyone tell you that Nintendo is not the best. Show them this chart. That'll show them.
In this box, they get a 16-bit control deck, 1 controller, and RF for the hookup to the TV. Then you hook that up to your RV. Not.
Oh, that was a joke. See, I thought you were serious. I'm taking this serious. I'm taking notes. I wrote RV, and this is a pen. I can't erase this. I can't erase this. I can't.
Super NES Super Scope, and they can buy their own choice game, like Metal Combat, Falcon's Revenge, or Yoshi's Safari. Check this out.
Now two can play the games of the Super NES Super Scope, Yoshi Safari, and Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. So to prepare yourself, you might want to consider some basic training exercises.
The best play here!
Another great Super NES accessory is Mario Paint. It's even educational and really fun.
Ouch! They don't even call Mario Paint an actual game. They just call it an accessory. Dude.
It's time for Game Boy. Check this out. Some people say they want a color Game Boy, but as soon as you explain the facts, they come to the sudden realization that Game Boy is the product they really want. Here's the truth. Color, dudes, means more poundage. Color products are like 2 times as heavy as Game Boy. Try 2.79 pounds against 10.6 ounces.
What the heck? Is this an actual point they're trying to make in this video, that a portable handheld system with color is dumb?
You know, I was talking to the guy over there, and he told me that there's a color portable system available.
Well, you know, color does have its drawbacks. And one of those happens to be the weight of the unit. I mean, the unit's going to weigh about 3 pounds, as opposed to 10.6 ounces with the Game Boy.
Well, they do have a point there. This sucker is pretty heavy when it's fully loaded with its 6 AA batteries, so it's pretty heavy.
Okay, now, I stocked your brain up on Nintendo. Let me update you on talking to the customers.
Is it just me, or does this guy look like some sort of younger version of Charlie Sheen?
Get your store's customers rocking with your suave, bold demeanor. Be enthusiastic and talk video game fun. Don't be fake or too technical. Be real.
Why are they redesigning the NES?
Well, by redesigning the NES system, Nintendo is actually showing its commitment to the 8-bit market.
Don't be fake or too technical. Be real.
You can still use the over 600 games that are available for the original 8-bit system, as well as all the accessories. But it has a new top-loading feature that makes it really neat.
Great, thanks.
Be real.
Hi.
Hi. You know, I was talking to the other guy over there, and he told me that the other system actually is better sound, better graphics, is an overall better system, so I'm not sure which one to get.
What the heck kind of a question is that? I think you just answered your own question, woman. This one is better sound, better graphics. Which one's the better console?
Let me show you this comparison chart. This shows that in every category, the Super NES is superior to the competition.
She must have really good vision to see the chart from that far.
Not only that, but if you buy the Super NES Superset right now, you can get a free Super Mario All-Stars game pack.
Yeah, I see it does come with a game pack, Super Mario World.
Oh, that's Super Mario World that comes with the system. I'm talking about Super Mario All-Stars.
Nintendo's always got to make everything so complicated. I told my grandma that I wanted a Mario amiibo for Christmas. Good luck, Grandma.
Look, cool. Oh, dudes, remember, discussions with customers about the competition can be tricky, so make sure you don't fall into the usual traps. You don't ever want to mention the name of the competition.
It's pretty hard not to mention competing products when they're going to be directly in the same store along the products that you are trying to sell and will be constantly compared to. And you're telling your employees or your salespeople that they are not allowed to speak the name. What is up with that? If you say the word Sega so many times, are the Nintendo police going to come get you? If you say Sega too many...
Nintendo is not cutting edge or not coming out with the most advanced, coolest products like the CD-ROM. Not! Let's get real. CD-ROM, yeah, it's great for big piles of information, but Nintendo's not going to bring out a product when there's not a way to get fast action and cool interactive fun out of it.
Yeah, Nintendo would never try to make a CD-ROM based system. That would be ridiculous.
Hey, read my lips. CD-ROM is slow. Nintendo fans expect the best, and CD-ROM can't deliver yet.
Well, by redesigning the NES system, Nintendo is actually showing its commitment to the 8-bit market.
All right, so based on what you're telling me, I'd probably recommend a Sony PlayStation.
Some of each of these brochures.
By redesigning the NES system, Nintendo is actually showing
ready to rock and roll.
commitment to the
Time to party
8-bit
on, Wayne.
market.
Hasta Luigi, baby.
What you got?